Hey guys, us again from Deathbed Studios, and I'm Adam and he's Tristan, and today we're exclusively doing a whole episode on MMOs out there. We're huge MMO players. He got started at a really young age and introduced me to it. So why don't you talk about our first MMO?
First MMO is Warhammer Online, Age of Reckoning. This is from the strategy series of Warhammer. It came out, I think, in September. I only played it for maybe 1 month because this was before I upgraded my computer. It was made by the same people who made Dark Age of Camelot, which is my first MMO I've ever played.
We'll be reviewing that in a little bit.
It takes the best stuff from Dark Age of Camelot, like the realm versus realm combat, and expands more into that with like the different battlegrounds. Like each section of the world has their own different type of battleground. Like in the newbie zone, they have little basic battlegrounds going on, and then as you progress through the game, the battlegrounds get bigger and the battles are more intense. Like you get your siege weapons, like your ballistas and your cannons, and I haven't really played much of the PvP, but from what I played of it, it's really fun. It reminds me of back in Dark Age of Camelot, which I love that game so much. I've spent so many years on that game.
That's a good segue. Next we're talking about Dark Age.
Oh man.
This was our very first MMO, and it's very close to us.
Oh yeah.
Because we were very young and ended up playing this game. This is the actual expansion pack.
Yeah,
we couldn't find the original box for the other one, but definitely a great game. They actually updated the graphics to make them look really smooth, but the unfortunate thing is not many computers can actually handle the graphics. I don't know about now, but about a year ago when they did come out with the new graphics, a lot of them couldn't handle it. But it definitely is a great game. It's we went back shortly. We played this for how long? Maybe two years.
Good years, yep.
And then we left for another game, which we'll talk about in a moment, that ruined our lives. And we actually went back after a while, and it doesn't have as many players as I think that it did. But it definitely is a great game. If you guys are looking for a game that's really actually based back in the Middle Ages and you're tired of World of Warcraft, this is definitely a game to look into. It's great. How much is it monthly?
I think it's like $12 monthly.
12, and how much was Warhammer?
The same.
That's not bad. That's not bad for an MMO. And it definitely is a great game. Great community. The community, even though it's small, it does have a great community.
Even when it was big back in the day, it was great. You barely had any, jerks or whatever, like in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, it definitely has a lot of really nice people.
Some good memories.
It's definitely a great game. Great atmosphere. I mean, I find myself sometimes thinking about it when it's raining outside and just hearing the sound of the rain and just being taken back to Avalon, where you're walking through the forest and it's raining and you're cloaked, and it just definitely is a great game, and it was a great introduction to MMOs. And after this game, we ended up going to a rather legendary game in the MMO universe, and we're not talking about World of Warcraft, we'll talk about that in a bit, but a game that completely, I think, alienated its fan base. Definitely. And we were huge fans of the series. We still are. We're talking about Star Wars here. Star Wars Galaxies, quite possibly, I think, one of the best MMOs that was out there.
Oh yeah, before all the crappy updates. I mean, the whole character system, you had no levels in the beginning. You basically focused on a skill you liked, and then you progressed with that, and I like that a lot.
Yeah, and you can mix and match and make your own self, and it really was revolutionary, and the player created cities on the different planets.
There were so many.
The game was huge because not only were you in planets, you could travel to different planets, and it just introduced a whole revolution to the MMO universe. And it definitely was an amazing game, and emphasis is on was, because Sony Computer Entertainment, online entertainment, as much of a Sony fanboy as I am, they really screwed it up.
Yep.
Because they decided to make the game more accessible to new users, and basically turn it into a World of Warcraft clone. And it
this was like
plummeted.
World of Warcraft came around too.
It did, and the amount of subscriptions nosedived very, very sharply.
I left right when the combat upgrade came out.
It was horrible, and it alienated a fan base and really destroyed it. But we have good news on the horizon, because Star Wars: The Old Republic is coming out, and we have faith in that. And
I hope it's good.
I have memories of this game. This is probably one of it was one of the best MMOs out there. And
great universe.
It was a great universe, a great fan base, and it will be missed.
Yep.
And we're actually gonna stop right here right now and make you guys go to part 2. We'll link that to this video. We're running out of time because this is YouTube. It's only 10-minute videos, and it looks like we're coming on with, let's say, 9 minutes.
9, yep.
Alright, there. So go to part 2, and we'll talk about one of the most insanely popular games out there, World of Warcraft, and also Final Fantasy XI, one of my personal favorites. See you there.